Rogers Park and West Ridge are as diverse as Chicago gets. Multi-ethnic, culturally rich, the city's northern border neighborhoods are home to more than 126,000 Chicagoans.
Rogers Park is an entry point into the Chicago community. People come here and begin new lives. And that's the rich tradition that, as a historical society, I think it's important that we capture, is that the life that people are leading now is only different quantitatively than the life that people led in the past.
The area was originally farmland. In the 1830s, Philip Rogers was an early settler who bought 600 acres of land on the high ground along the Chicago and Milwaukee Railroad. At the time of his death, he had acquired almost 1,600 acres, which would become the communities of Rogers Park, West Ridge, and Ravenswood. In 1890, a dispute between the West Ridge Park Association, which was made up of German and Irish farmers and blue-collar workers, and the more fluent English residents with the Rogers Park Improvement Association, led to West Ridge's separation from the area. Known as the Cabbage War, one wanted to develop the marshy area near the lake into a roadway, while the other wanted to open parks in West Ridge. The West Ridge Park Association won, which delayed the development of Sheridan Road in East Rogers Park. Today, the Rogers Park area is bordered on the north by Juneway Terrace and Howard Street, on the south by Devon Avenue, Ridge Boulevard on the west, and Lake Michigan on the east. West Ridge boundaries are Howard to the north, Ridge, Western Avenue, and Ravenswood to the east, Bryn Mawr and Peterson to the south, and Kedzie on the west. The new interim home of the Rogers Park West Ridge Historical Society at 1447 West Morse Avenue preserves the history through pictures and artifacts of these communities. The space may seem small, but Paul Bluestone, one of the board of directors, designed it to showcase quite a bit of history.
The idea was to make people fall down on the sidewalk and wonder what the heck is going on inside here, to create a space that is a little unusual, out of their frame of reference, so that we get a little bit of pressing of the noses up to the glass and people wandering in to look around.
One place to start is with the area map of Rogers Park and West Ridge. Numbers on the map coincide with a historic photograph that will give you a sense of how an intersection or neighborhood looked in the late early 1900s. Along the walls are pictures of the Rogers Park West Ridge area that date back to 1875, as well as a video that chronicles the history of the area. In 1906, Rogers Park had its own baseball stadium at Devon and Clark Street, home of the local team called the Limits. Once one of the grand movie houses on the north side, the Granada Theater stood at Broadway and Devon until it was torn down in 1990. Remnants of its original limestone columns are on display.
We have a lot of older people coming in here, people who have lived in the neighborhood for a long time, with a lot of memories about places they went to, what school they went to, what they did after school.
The Historical Society is the best place to begin when exploring the Rogers Park West Ridge community. After you stop in, make sure to step out and tour the neighborhoods and discover the culture, diversity, and history of Rogers Park and West Ridge.